All right, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday to you guys. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Hoping you guys had an incredible day yesterday or having an amazing morning today, getting ready for the weekend. Um, just hopping on here just to get things going as I fire up the system here, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll in about 10 minutes or so. 8:30. Norm and I will get ready with the pre-market prep. For those that are joining us, I see a few people on YouTube asking what time do we start. Just on Fridays, we start at 8:30. So 8:30 Fridays, and every other day with Jared engineering the markets at 8 a.m. In the morning. So all right. Let's get our screens up and running. Just firing everything up here so we can get going, and let's see what we have for today. See what we got going on. Okay, gappers list is up. We will link that in just a second as well. All right, good deal. Cameras is up. Everything is good to go as we warm it up for this Friday to end the week. What a great week it has been, by the way, guys. It has been, I mean, yes, it's been choppy in a few areas, but it has been we have some really good opportunities, I have to say. What's going on with the SPY, guys? I see a little action here after 8:05. We haven't done much, and now we're starting to pick up some volume and drop. Anybody has any news? If you do, share that as I go ahead and link my trade ideas to our charts. And the way we do that, if it's your first time seeing that, yeah, something's going on. Look at that there. We come over here to trade ideas, go over to tools, external linking, and then this little one is going to come up. Add link. Just take your mouse, do nothing else. Just take it over where you want this to populate your ticker. Just click on shift, and that's it. You're good to go. So now we click on our trade ideas here, and everything links up nicely. Nairaf, Paresh, yes, we are live every day. Every day for the last, what, me and Norm started this, I want to say, what, 2, 3 years ago, maybe? We might be going on 3 years. 2019. Yeah, it might be going on 3 years. Me and him we started this show. So yeah, every day. Um, uh, is the war on or off? I mean, it depends on the time and day. Yep, there shouldn't be an echo, right? Thanks, Norm, for confirming that. Um, why do we do this for free? That's a great question. Great question, and we have actually a very good reason for doing it for free over on YouTube, and that is, before you join a community. Norm, no, I cannot hear you. Hold
You
on.
can't? Hello, hello,
Oh, there we go.
hello.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
Okay.
Yep.
Now
There
you
we
got
are.
me.
Got you, man. Um, so yeah, we have a few times for some questions. Norm and I are just taking it easy for now until we get to 8:30. So the reason is, a lot of people send email and ask, what is our community about? How do we prepare? So instead of answering every single email with detail or message, we just say, hey, log in at 8 a.m. And see what we are about when it comes to preparing, right? Log in on YouTube for
No,
free. You know,
we've been doing this 3 years now, brother.
3 years, right? Yeah,
It's
it's coming
unreal,
up.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Almost every morning together. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm,
mean,
mm-hmm.
so this started. This is what it's expanded a little bit, especially adding Jared at the beginning and such. But
Yep.
what we do is kind of some of the most simple part of trading in this show and selecting a watch list. And with new people coming through, always asking, how do I build a watch list? Because it happens pretty quick. I mean, used to before this show, what we spent, I mean, when it was Andrew, he would come in and spend about 5 minutes doing it.
5 minutes. Yes,
And
yes.
then when we took it over before YouTube, we'd do it in about 15 minutes. And
Mm-hmm.
then when we got to YouTube, we made it a longer process to talk about more stuff, have some fun together, and kind of discuss how we build that list and why things look good to us and why they don't. And yeah, we got a whole lot of questions about it. Yeah, my face will be on in 5 minutes, guys. You don't want to see me before 8:30 Eastern.
We are warming
So
up. um. So yeah, guys. So that's the reason for that, Bruce. Cool, guys. Should be an interesting Friday. Let's go back to the spy because it was started to drop. Yeah, so here it is. We're getting a little bit of a drop. I mean, not much going on before 8. I'm just gonna pull up Benzinga norm. I'm not sure if you had a chance to go through if the war is on. Are we
The
on?
war
Are
is
we
on
off?
this morning,
It's
as of
on
now.
this morning.
As
Okay.
of now.
So
Yeah, there's been some that one of the things about this. I like to trade early. I like to trade pre-market sometimes.
yeah,
Hell,
yeah.
sometimes I'm done before we get done with the pre-market show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the last couple of weeks, it's not been really possible. A lot of this news, because of the time zone differences and everything else. I mean, this is, I don't know what time it is in Moscow right now. We're an hour from the market opening, hour and 5 minutes, and it's probably mid to late afternoon there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of this stuff takes place right now. Conversations between leaders and stuff like that, news breaking on Russia. It makes things crazy volatile, just like the spy is in the last 20 minutes.
Right. And just as you mentioned that, Norman, you can see here Benzinga coming out now. They're in the middle of their day at the moment, having conversations. They're talking about evacuating due to escalation conflict. There's a lot of stuff going on that's gonna, make our market react here, and we're seeing that. So tons of news here, as you can see. Anything showing the SPY is just overall news. There's no news here about everything this morning. It's just about Russia. Really, look at this here. All right, so it's all Russia. It's nothing to do with any companies, and that's what's moving us this morning. More spy stuff coming up down here. So yeah, so that's what's going on so far. There it is. Spy is going
Uh,
red.
Somebody just
Um,
asked me, what exactly do you mean by 2x? I don't know what you're asking. I don't remember saying 2x. Did I say 2x, Carlos? Two times
um,
2x? I don't know.
yeah. You said no echo. Do you have it on 2x by any chance? This is
Oh,
for
do you have on two separate YouTube streams? Because there is no echo. I was just listening to
right.
YouTube. It sounds fine to everybody else that
Yeah.
I'm aware of.
And if you're a member, make sure you don't have it on in the chat room and then on YouTube. That's going to
Yeah,
create that as
that'll
well.
do it too.
Yep. So, um, good guys. We spent some time trying to fix the stream as well in our chat. So let us know if you see any issues. I mean, this should not be a 2 minute, 4 minute delay like we had in the past. I think that's been taken care of. So hopefully the things are looking good there. Yeah, bit of a drop here. That's again news just continues to come out as Nor mentioned. We'll see how this is going to react. It's going to be an interesting Friday. Um, that is for sure. All right, guys. So we'll start in a couple of minutes. Any other questions we can get answered? All right, so we took care of that one. Thoughts of ISPO yesterday. We didn't even look at ISPO yesterday. What happened here? Man, went from 15 or so to 110. What is this? Back because there was no action prior to this. Um, I mean, there's to be honest,
That's a spot.
yes, it's back. There's
I
nothing
don't
you
know.
can really speak on this. This is just, hopefully you get caught in the right side of things. Um, you could be right and be so wrong at the same time here, right? You could be going long here, trying to get to 110, and look at this drop here. You go from 50 down to 36, right? So, and that's you get no chance to get out of it. That's a halt right there. Just gaps down huge, guys, right? So three halts. It looks like it might have halted 3 times up based on this. Don't quote me on it because we were not watching the price action. And then after two halts, the third one is very dangerous. We talk about this all the time. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. This is something.
Easy to blow up your account on.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely. Again, you could be right and wrong before you can be right, and that being wrong before you can be right is could be very damaging to your account. So, um, yeah. So like today,
Uh,
I won't be looking at this. It's just
no, hell no.
I'm not interested in this at all with a $2 spread in the pre-market, even more because look at this zero. By the way, if you're new to trading or the channel or whatever the case may be, anytime you see zeros here, this could be someone sitting here with just 10 shares, right? 10
Could be
shares,
somebody
five
with one
shares,
share.
one share, right? Unless you see a lot, a full like this right here, this two could be 250, could be 275, could be 201, 200. But anything with a zero, that means it's less than 100. You don't know what less than 100 is. So really, let's say you take an order here and you're dropping, let's say 200 shares, you probably get filled 111, and your next fill is going to be at $70. That's a $3 spread, so just be mindful of that. This looks very scary at this moment. This is gambling. You want to gamble today? This is your gambling stock right here.
Go to Vegas.
You know,
It's more
in
fun.
Vegas, your money might last a little longer, and you might have more fun, and you get free drinks. So I wouldn't gamble on this. That's for sure.
You don't get free drinks in Vegas anymore. They're
Get out of
expensive as
here.
hell now. No,
No
beer's
way.
like $12 in Vegas these days, dude.
What do you think? They're a Yankee baseball game? What the hell's going on? That is
Yeah, it's
wild.
bad. Yeah, last time I went to Vegas, it was beers. I think were $9.
That is insane,
I
man.
wasn't in the high rollers room or anything. I was in the middle of meetings and stuff. But
Right, right,
whenever I went down, I just took a few bucks in the casino. It was no, I mean I wasn't there to gamble. I was there for other stuff.
right, right.
But needless to say, the drinks were not free for the most
Man,
part.
that is a shame. That is a
Free
shame.
and put it, even if they are technically, you're not actually paying for the drink per
No,
drink. I love
yeah,
Ben is correct over there with the with the quotes on free. I want to answer one question real quick. Abini Nani asked, how do you scan for stocks? Are you looking for gappers percent in dollars, looking at top gainers and losers? So our gappers list has a few criteria. Number one is 100,000 shares plus traded. That was suitable a couple of years ago. We have not changed it post COVID crash and the volatility and increased retail activity in the market. We rarely will put anything on the list that's at 100,000 shares. It has to gap plus or minus 2%. We have, if you wanted the same TI settings, we have a float of one, literally one share in the float. That will give us all stocks, but limit ETFs from coming into it. And I'm trying to remember, there's one more in there. ATR of over 50 cents. Average to true range means in the past, the average movement for the day is at least 50 cents. Otherwise, we would have things like GE in there when it was trading at $8. It has a higher
yeah,
ATR now because they did a reverse split to get the share price up, but it was, move 4 cents a day or something. So anyway, that
yeah,
is that.
yeah.
We can get rolling whenever you're ready, brother.
Yep, it's good to go, guys. Guys, welcome for those that are just joining us. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday, are having a good morning. Let's get rocking and rolling. Our list here only QNGY gapping up, low flow. I think this is the first low flow that we've seen in a while, up 66%, 17 million shares flow. So we'll take a look at that.
I would not trust that share.
Yeah, this.
Not that
Mhm,
it's any higher. It could
mhm,
be
mhm,
lower, but that is a recent SPAC, DSPAC, and
mm.
so that info is
That's accurate.
probably
Yeah.
not accurate.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Norm. And then this morning we got a couple of things really taking a hit, guys. Roku, DKNG. I'm not sure what this is, but these two at least we know very well. Cannot wait to see that. I'm assuming earnings without looking at the details yet,
Yep.
but we'll get into that, man. Roku not having fun this morning, that's for sure. And then a couple of things are going to be coming up in the red as the SPY is at the previous day close right now. I haven't looked at it in just a second. It might be even lower now. So I'm sure this list is going to get a little bit bigger if we decide to continue to drop there with everything going on with Russia, all the conversations. If you look at Benzinga this morning, right? If you look at Benzinga, this is available, guys, right from your chat room. That logo up there is not there just for looks. You click on that and you are going to get this Benzinga news feed. And this morning already, everything on here so far has been about Russia and everything going on, as you guys know, right? So every news this morning is about that, and that is what's causing the markets to react a little bit, as we mentioned earlier. So, with that said, we'll see what comes up on this list. Norm, what's the latest and greatest on the SPY today?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty harsh down day yesterday. We're just trading back and forth with new geopolitical news, really. Obviously, some big earnings have taken place. We've got some of these massive gap downs on growth stocks we've been trading them in the last year. We'll talk about Roku here in just a minute. We've got initial claims continue. Is that? Yeah, initial claims, continuing claims at 10 a.m. That didn't get changed out. My apologies, guys. That That was yesterday's info. This morning, 10 a.m., existing home sales and leading economic indicators coming out at 10 a.m. Then we've got Fed in meetings at Chicago Booth School, and various Fed speakers will be speaking throughout the day. So it might have some impact. The main thing is going to be news coming out of Ukraine. Just
Yeah.
watch out, because if something, just like you see in the last half hour, if some negative news comes out or positive news comes out, it will move the market drastically today.
Yep, agree 100%. Guys, let's take a look at quickly at our watch list from yesterday. We had FSOY on here. We'll look at this, had a huge gap down on the daily, as you can see here. I'll show you the 5 minute. And it did okay. It wasn't great. It was very choppy, actually. I didn't pay too much attention to it. Where's the 5 minute? Here it is. There we go. Here's the 5 minute action. So here you go. So yeah, just pure chop here. It did settle down later in the day, gave you another drop towards the lows. Hard to trust this action here when you just came out of this, right? This is just not great activity on FSOY. And this was kind of our concern with this one, that you were not going to get great activity to the into the market openness. So that's what you saw there. We also had PLTR, guys. This is a little bit cleaner. Nice, beautiful drop continuation into the bell. So that was nice. Then you got a nice support happening right at 1201. And this was a beautiful pump here, guys. I believe Brian took this short, made out. He caught the break into the 12 and was looking for lower, didn't get it. Andrew caught this long, and that turned out to be pretty good. He got in for a reversal here and did very well on this one. So again, that was the stuff that was happening yesterday. Goes into a little quiet area here and then breaks down even further to later parts of the day. So pretty good stuff on PLTR. Nvidia, guys. Nvidia, beautiful, beautiful short. A bit shocked on the way this thing started dropping here, but yeah, even with good earnings and everything, they had a bit of a drop yesterday and a nice continuation towards the bottom there on Nvidia. Here is Roblox. I didn't really look too much at the price action. I thought they were going to be a little choppier even than this. So I can't really comment on how this thing traded. Nvidia and PLTR really took it all here. Here is Apple. Yesterday, again, pure chop, and then loses it completely towards the end of the day. This is when the SPY started dropping a little bit yesterday. So a couple of things did that throughout the afternoon parts of the day. So that is what we have there. All right, excellent, guys. Let's take a look. Oh man, I left my shades open, and the sun now is like is really, really bad. Hopefully that. Let me see if that's yeah. All right. What else we have, guys? Let's take a look at what we have this morning. Oh, QNGY on our list. This is the kind of low flow we're looking at a little bit earlier. Cringy. Yes, it is. Let's see here, guys. What do we have? Let's go over to the 5 minute. Here we go. 4.7 million shares traded right now, guys. This looks scary, man. $8 dropping down to 663. I mean, this is risky, guys. Be very, very careful on this one. If you're starting out, just avoid these for now. Just build that experience first. It's the best advice we can give you. This is clearly in play, but you have to be very, very careful in trading these low flow stocks. Right now, it's not looking too good, though. We do not want to see this. We want to see this consolidate and take off, right? That's what we want. We're not seeing that right now. The volume is there. The pop is there. Let's give this a little bit of time here. JOBY.
Anytime you have a SPAC that's trading under $10, because I'm not going to dig into it too much, but SPACs are priced at $10 before they reverse merge into a company. That's not a good sign. Just be really careful with that.
Yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. We left off at JOBY. JOBY, guys. This is I mean, it's. We saw it yesterday. What did it end up doing? I didn't keep it on the list. What did it end up doing? It didn't look good. Looks a little bit choppy. Yeah, it just doesn't look attractive at all. I don't think today we're going to get anything good on it neither. I'm going to skip on it.
You know anything about this company?
I have no idea about anything about this company. It's Joby Aviation. I mean, I like aviation. I'm into it, but what's going on with this one?
Well, they're air taxi. Trying to develop air taxis, essentially put you in a large drone and fly you across the city.
Oh, I seen this. I seen videos on this in documentaries. Yes, I seen that.
Excuse me. Well, they had a test flight accident.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah, that is no bueno there, my friend. So, yeah, they're getting smacked this morning. Just doesn't look like a good intraday trading stock. That's the future, though. I'll tell you that. That is definitely the future. But man,
Maybe
that's
in
not
your
good for
world.
them. You'll see Norm taking meetings on hopping on his Joby Aviation Uber, whatever you want to call it.
No, no, no.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever
RDFN.
flown a plane, Carlos?
I have, I have a Cessna.
Okay.
One small little thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, sure, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
It's far more complex than you can describe. You see how people drive. Do you really want 3D and people having to deal with barometric pressure or anything
Oh
else?
my. Hey, wait,
No,
wait.
no, no, no.
Yeah, yeah. That can see when you put it like that. That can get really concerning. Um, RDFN guys, this was down 26% this morning. 356,000 shares traded. 54. I like the drop. Doesn't get a whole lot of volume. If you look at the daily here, pretty quiet. So, maybe a possible. It's got to get much better. I do like the drop this morning, but I think we're gonna find something better than this today. Roku. Let's get to some good stuff. Roku this morning down 27%, guys.
Good stuff unless you own this thing.
Yeah, unless you're own it and you're long. But yeah, what's the news, Norm? Obviously, they're getting crushed
Yeah,
today.
they had earnings last night. I mean, just take a look at this thing. We're down 25% this morning, but like 6 months ago, this thing was just under $500. Printed highest print I think it had was like 490 and 75 cents, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which was in late July, early August. And then it's
Hmm.
just, I mean, my God.
It has just been getting destroyed, guys. Destroyed completely. We're down at 105 here. Beautiful pre-market activity. Obviously, got great volume. 1.7 million shares traded. On short selling restriction, but we do have shares to short with IB, so that's good. Yeah, definitely on our list, guys. Definitely in play. We'll see where this is going to go. Very good drop today. ANG GH. What's going on with this? ANGH. Big pop yesterday. This seems like a recent IPO, so I am not a big fan of it at all right now
Yeah.
with just that. Yeah, I'm not
This
sure
is out
about
of the
this one.
UAE.
Hmm.
Digital music entertainment
Yeah.
technology. I would skip on this.
And we don't have no shares for sure neither. So, I mean,
Low float.
yeah, yeah. So we'll skip on that. Oh yeah, low flow as well. So yeah, not definitely even. It wasn't. I wasn't even thinking it was a low flow, and it was looking bad. Now it's even looking worse because our criteria for low flows is a lot bit. The stands are a lot higher for that. Much higher. DKNG here, guys. They're also down 16.7. Obviously, earnings and not looking good this morning. Norm, what's the latest and greatest? DKNG.
Yeah, they had earnings this morning. They're getting hit. So
Yep, I'm gonna add them on here, guys. Good volume, 4.7 right now. Definitely on our list. NV. Oh, we skip one. PPC. PPC. No,
yeah,
PPC is no good. It's garbage. NVCT. This is. Oh, we seen this before. Yeah. No, no good. Billy. Billy's down 5%. I like Billy. It trades well at times. They're down 5%, but the volume is just not there right now. So we'll skip on this. DBX is Dropbox, which again trades horrible.
very tough.
I think this is one of the first IPOs I ever traded, and I got killed on, and it was just like I'm never trading IPOs again. But yeah, this is not looking good. It doesn't trade very well neither. INCT. INCT's got a good pre-market action. Um, INCT this morning, guys, down 2.7. They losing this level, man. They're not having fun. Losing this level here of support. I like this pre-market activity with 515,000. I know that they have earnings or something.
No.
They had some news a couple of days ago because we were talking about it. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
Um,
they had an investor conference or something, and that's what that's coming out of. I don't exactly. I didn't dig into it too much. I hate trading that sticker.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely not the best one. This morning, though, I'm liking their pre-market activity for some reason. So we'll see. We'll see what comes out of that.
I think
All right,
they gave
guys.
some updated guidance for the quarter and or the
Hmm.
year. So
Yeah. Here's Lucid. Lucid is taking a bit of a drop this morning. What's going on with them? I don't see any earnings. Their earnings coming up actually next month. But there's kind of some news here because the way they're moving, it's maybe something just came out on this.
I'm not really
Lucid.
seeing anything, man.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. Not
Down
seeing
two
anything neither.
percent. They're pretty
Yeah,
damn volatile considering the market's doing what it is. I'm not really
yeah.
surprised. If
We'll
somebody
put it.
sees something else, let me know.
Yeah, we'll put it on here. I don't see anything neither on it. I'm gonna put it on here. This drop just seems interesting with 238,000. We'll see. It might not be anything. We'll see what it does here. And bucket is horrible, so we'll skip on that one. All right, guys. Norm, anything you like this morning on your end?
No, I'm still looking, man.
All right, we'll take it to the chat room, guys. On your end this morning, what do you guys like? Let's start with a trader Ben NRGV. NRGV. What is this? Low flow of the day. Let's take a look. Up 70%. Energy company looks like Energy Vault Holdings, whatever here. Yeah, this is definitely on the riskier side of things. What is the flow? NRVG. NRVG. Why is this not coming up for me on trade ideas?
Uh,
Oh, I typed it wrong. Hold on.
I could do it.
NRVG. There we go. Nope, still not coming up. What happened? Did I type something? GV. Thank you guys. NRGV. Here we go. All right, there it is. I don't have a float on this. Oh, recent IPO. That's why. All right, so recent IPO. Yeah, we'll add it on here, guys. Be careful. NRGV. We'll add it on here.
Recent IPO
3.9.
or is it a recent D-SPAC?
I know it looks like I don't have no history past the 14th.
Okay, maybe
So
that's it.
yeah, so maybe it's
IPO.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Thanks.
But 73% up this morning, guys. Great value, 3.5. I mean, this thing just went from the lows of 12 up to 24. So extra caution with this one. Definitely in play. Looking very active this morning. All right, let's get to some other names here. Dropbox Dash, we just looked at it. I don't like the way it trades. We've seen it before when it's been in play, when it's been in earnings. It is a very horrible trading stock as far as intraday trading. They don't get a lot of volume. This company is very, very light on volume. They barely get 10 million a day. Actually, it's even less. It's more like they barely get 5. Right, so they're very light on volume. I really don't like them. And when they do get volume because of some news or something, they trade pretty bad. Propeller Neo has decent volume. The Neo, I wouldn't say.
That's
Well,
not good volume per
yeah, I
Neo,
wouldn't say it's decent
and there's
volume
no gap.
for Neo.
When Neo's trading well, I mean,
Yeah,
first of all, Neo hasn't really traded well in quite some time. Not like it used to, at least. It was
agreed.
getting like 2.5 million shares by this time in the morning
Yeah,
traded.
yeah. 334,000 is not great for Neo at all, guys. They need more than that. Now, yes, I do agree. This pre-market action does look okay. This
There
is
you
just
go.
overall
Nice.
market stuff, though. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll just have to wait and see. And it hasn't been trading well too, man. It's been
I mean,
so
that matches
choppy.
the SPY exactly and the Q's
Yeah,
chart.
yeah. So once you know that, you can go to other tickers like this one right here, Apple. You're gonna get a better action and activity if you want to trade the SPY. Here's no screenshot of a few days ago, guys. If you guys missed it, when he doesn't like anything, this is what Norm ends up doing. Let's bring this right over here, and it's looking like this type of day right now. So for this Friday, our chat is having a little fun there. Okay, guys. What else we have? So speaking of Apple, I am going to add Apple to the list. We'll put Apple right on here because I think Apple can be good today just to watch overall market stuff. Nvidia, yesterday, Nvidia, I mean, the drop yesterday was just a little bit unexpected for a lot of us, myself included. I just didn't think it was going to drop like that. But Nvidia, yeah, Nvidia is good as well today, guys. Been trading so well. Look at the daily moves on this thing, right? Up or down, you're getting some real nice movement from Nvidia. So Nvidia definitely on our list this morning. All right, we'll stop here. Let's see what we have over. Oh, someone mentioned AMD. Yeah, just moving with the market. Put it as a positive for now. I like Nvidia and Apple much better, and actually, I like Nvidia better than actually both of these right now for the moment. All right, let's take a look over on YouTube, guys. What do you guys like this morning? NRGV. We have these are two of our low flow stocks that are very active today, and actually NRGV is looking a little bit better than this QNGY just for now, but this thing could get going as well. Guys, this list over here, very, very risky. Please be careful. If you're new, be honest with yourself and your skill set. If you're new, you're starting out, you don't have that experience, just avoid those completely. There's other ways to make money in the markets than trading something that you don't have experience on, and that can be so risky. FSLY, today they're up 2.3. I mean, yesterday they were okay, not great. Later in the afternoon, they got a little bit better. Very choppy at the market open. You know how I feel about these second day plays after they drop down so much? I think you're going to get a lot of sideways action, especially this ticker is not one that trades very well for the most part, right? So I just think you're not going to get a whole lot on it. I'm going to put it on here just to see if our assessment of that was right or not, but I could be wrong. But I just feel like this is not going to give you a great day today. I don't know. That's just my take on this one. From seeing stocks do that so often. BLMN this morning, they are up 6.7, 300, only 33,000 shares traded. This is no good, guys. We need more volume than this. That's heading down to FSRD. FSRD. No. Just, this looks, no,
Which one?
no. FSRD.
A lot of tickers. It's I've usually recognize most tickers. This morning, there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of stuff of alphabet soup I'd never.
So you never heard of fast radius? Yeah, never heard of this stuff neither. It looks like this is a SPAC, right? When you see this for the most
It's
part,
if it's pegged at 10 and then all of a sudden it starts to draw away from that. In general, it's a SPAC.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, 10 is that price that they're priced at before
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
they do their merger or even announce. You see them if they announce that uh, NDGV. So let's say that's my initials 5. So I started a SPAC. It's pegged at $10. I'm looking for a company to partner with to take public. It's at 10, 10, 10. Then I announce, and if it's something people like, you'll see it spike before it even merges. But
Right, right.
when it drops below 10, like that's not a good sign.
Not good, not good. DWAC. No, I don't think it's in play. 54,000 shares, not much going on there. Ivan, you're giving us Dash. Actually, this will be the last one because it's 851. I just noticed that. Dash here, dropping, not the best intraday trading stock. They had a great day yesterday, looks like, man. Look at this here. Beautiful drop yesterday. This is not normal activity for them. So they gapped up and just gave it all right back yesterday. So I think you're just going to get into this messy area and you're going to get back into trading nothing. I think that's what's going to happen to Dash. So hopefully, I know our members are amazing traders, so nobody's stuck in here. Hopefully, you're not. But if you are, follow your plan and just make sure you have your correct exit strategy. So if that's what your plan tells you to do. Guys, let's stop here. Let's go over to our community events and announcements. We'll come back and fine tune our Friday list.
All right. I don't know what technology is for next. Oh, we don't have anything next Monday. Just a reminder, guys. Market's closed
That's
on
right.
Monday.
That's
It's a
right.
holiday, so we won't be here. Pre-market show won't be here, and
Yep.
there won't be a technology class either. So,
Yep. It's just a reminder. Our onboarding class will probably be on Tuesday, guys, because everybody's going to be doing whatever they do on Monday. So probably Tuesday. I want to say 7 p.m., but I want to make sure that's not running into anything else in other areas. So plan for 7 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday for the onboarding class.
all right. And then, speaking of Tuesday, you've got Eamon at 5, so that won't be interfering with that. He's going to be talking about. He's going to be talking about breakouts. Mike, you can propeller. Ask Mike. Mike will let you know the story. I think it's on Tuesday. So that's breakouts 5 p.m. next Tuesday with Eamon. The next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, Creta talking about fear of taking or holding trades. Should be a good one. Thursday mentorship, wrapped that up yesterday. Andrew at 11, Ed at 4, and then Thor at 8. Don't forget about stocktradingsimulator.com, our free web-based replay simulator. You can go there and trade the market. And actually, what's cool is you don't even have to wait till that day ends. It's like I can't remember what the exact delay is. It's a couple hours maybe, but by noon you can trade the open. So it's pretty interesting. Also, while you're there, put your email in, sign up for our homework assignments, and that will give you a couple emails a week. We don't sell that list or anything like that. All right. If you are watching on YouTube and you'd like to try out the chat room, come to bearbulltraders.com. Scroll down about halfway down the page. You'll see that test drive now button. Click it, and when you fill it out, use the promo code premarket24. It'll get you a discount off the intro membership, which is 7 calendar days, 5 trading days. It does not recur, so it's just a one-time payment. You have to go choose a different kind of membership category to continue on. And then if you'd like to become an annual, if you'd like to become an elite member, use a promo code LOVERS50. It'll get you half off the elite annual membership.
All right, thank you, Norm, for that. All right, guys, let's get to it. Our list this morning, we have Roku on deck, which continues to drop, now down 27.4. I mean, back to the lows here, so we'll see what happens there. DKNG is looking good as well, 5.1 million shares traded. INTC, not a big fan of this one. It can trade very funky, but today's pre-market action actually looking rather interesting, so we'll see what's happening there. Lucid, it just got this drop here, which if you look into more, it's not a huge drop. It's only 238,000 shares that was just dropped. Their cost is to do this here. Let's see what it does from now on. It will be more important than what just happened, right? So let's see if the value continues to pick up here, or if we're just doing overall market stuff there. Here is Apple at 507, just kind of overall market play there. And I like Nvidia because of the action we've been getting here on the daily the last couple of days. So this has been trading very, very well. Great short yesterday, and I wish I would have taken advantage of it. I just didn't believe it was going to sell off like that. But again, having that slight bias there prevented me from taking this thing short. And look how great that was. So hopefully you did not have that situation and you made out on that one. So this morning I think will be great. Daily looks good on it. We'll see how this Friday is going to treat Nvidia. A couple of secondary stuff here. Rdfn. The big drop on that one, 23%. Not doing a whole lot pre-market. Have it on here just in case we're going to get some kind of close to gap situation here. Maybe an overreaction on whatever the news was. We'll see. We'll keep a close eye on it. AMD, I don't see anything great on AMD. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to keep a very tight list this Friday. FSLY, this could be okay as well. And then we got a couple of low flow stuff here towards the bottom. So, all right, we'll do levels for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll get started with those. So right now, looking really good, very active, and not really good as far as in the green. They're looking pretty bad as far as up or down. Is Roku. High of the pre-market at the moment, 114 on the dot, and your low of your pre-market exactly 105. So we're testing that right here, 105 at the moment. This thing is very extended towards the downside. I mean, Roku at 105 from 150 is something just a couple of days ago. That can be interesting for us for sure. Towards the bottom, when was the last time we were trading Roku at 105? I can't remember, I'll tell you that much, but it looks like beginning of 2020, first quarter looks like first quarter of 2020. We'll hop in here. Yeah, mid-year. 105 right there. That's a big area of support we have there. You can also look at the weekly, guys. Once you start going this far, the weekly can provide you some good levels as well. So good overview of stuff. I'm going to put 96.72. I don't think we're going to get there. That is a big drop. We have a midpoint area here. I'm going to zoom in, see if you can see this a little bit clearer on your end. We have this right here, and we have, where was it? Right over here. I haven't marked it yet, but it looks like it's around 10, around 100, and it might actually be 100, 135 cents or so, whatever. Might actually be 100. So put that level on there. You obviously, it's a whole dollar. The 100 level is going to be interesting on this stock, especially the way it's dropping. We'll be ready for that if it does get to that point. Now towards the top, our high of our pre-market is this right here, this 114, 113.53 is what I have here, but 114 is the high of the pre-market, which lands right on this level going back a few years ago. So I'm going to move to the right, and we'll see where we can find. And I think from here, after this run, I don't think it looked back, right? From here, it just goes all the way up to whatever it does, right? So let's just check. Let's zoom out. And yeah, from there, it just takes off. I mean, look at this thing. Goes from 150 to 360 in a matter of days. So in between here, we do have a level on the daily. It's going to be this one, 127, and you also have 134, just in case we start closing down this gap. I mean, how bad was their earnings? How much they missed by? It looks like, or it's just their, or was it their forward guidance so rough on Roku? Um, what do we have here? Now you got all the smart guys coming out, lowering their price target. There we go, 125, 125, 210. So everything's being lowered from whatever they had to a lower price target, 150. But I just wonder how bad this thing was. So we'll look at that in a second. Or here it is. Revenue's up 33%. But they must have missed on guidance or something because the revenue was up. So well, whatever the case may be, they're not having fun today, guys. All right, Roku's in play. Like what's happening there. DKNG also down here, 15.7. Low of the pre-market this morning, 1783. So we'll slam a level there. And then towards the top here, we have a couple of areas. I like this one here, 2039 is good. Level of resistance and support. So we'll mark that there. And then we have this one over here around 18. Looks like it might be 19. 1891. A couple of days bouncing off of that opening and closing right around that level. That's also pretty close to where you're struggling right now, right? It's trying to get above that 1891 as we move higher. Towards the bottom, in case we do decide to take a dive, another stock. Look at this one. Going from the 50s, mid 50s down to 18 most recent times here. Let's go back a little bit to the left. Are we getting too close to their IPO all-time low? Man, this is what a run they had. And we're just, yeah, there's nothing. This is their IPO time right here. So there is nothing to the left that I see. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we are bouncing right from their all-time lows, which is right there around 17. This seems to be 1778, maybe a little bit lower. So we're smacking up against all-time lows on DKNG. Nothing, no other levels towards the bottom there, so you're all set on this one. INTC, guys, I'm not a big fan of the way this thing trades, but today their pre-market action looks very good. I like what I'm seeing here as far as volume. 641, that's not bad for INTC early on this morning. 46 is the low of the pre-market, your high. Stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days. You see some stuff happening here as to a lot of support in this area on INTC.
That's the technical term for it.
Say it again.
That's the technical term for it. You're seeing some stuff.
Oh yeah, some stuff. There's a level of support happening there for sure. And let's see. Go back to the left here on INTC levels towards the bottom. What do we have here?
All over the place.
Yeah. The daily really sucks on this stock, man. The pre-market's well, it's got my attention, but the daily's not great. You have 45.24, 43.73, and even outside of that, we know from trading this, not trading it so much, but watching it, we know how bad it can trade. So this actually might be more of a possible, to be honest, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it down to a possible. I think that's where it belongs right now. Lucid, you know what? It's not doing anything, guys. I'm going to take it off my list. It had this one initial drop, and it hasn't done anything after this. So
just moving with the market.
Yeah, just moving with the market. I mean, this thing kind of caught my attention a little bit of eye candy happening here, and then nothing happening after that. So let's get rid of it. Here is Apple. Apple is good. It is moving with the market, but if you're gonna watch something that's gonna move with the market, Apple is the one for sure. Towards the bottom, 166.60, and then you have tons of levels here, guys. Highs and lows from the last two trading days are taking good care of you there. Do not need to add anything else or make this more complicated. Decent pre-market activity, a little light on volume, obviously because they're not really in play themselves. That's just overall market movement. Nvidia has been great, moving with the market right now also, but yesterday they had a nice little drop early on. We'll see how this thing's going to affect them today. Past the low of the pre-market, 237.68. Great level here of support and resistance for Nvidia. And then towards the top, just mark down the high of the pre-market over at 248.99, which is right up here. I'm just gonna mark down 249, and you're all set. Above that, guys, tons of stuff happening from the last 2 days. Do not need to get crazy on this thing. All right, that's what we have, guys. I like Roku, DKNG. Roku looking to losing the low of the pre-market right now. DKNG.
I knew I was gonna lose 105. I didn't. I wanted to.
Did you get in or no?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Yeah. Uh, it's tough getting in on these two. And when they're short selling restriction like this on pre-market, it's not the easiest to get in on as well. DKNG, Apple's bouncing back, and Nvidia. These are my stocks for today. I think we have a pretty good list, guys. Risky stuff over here. NRGV looking to maybe try to test the highs of the pre-market here at 23. Very, very careful, guys. I mean, this thing is moving a whole lot. You also have QNGY, which is even riskier. I think be careful. This doesn't look as great. Trying to get going here also. So careful on those two. All right, guys, we are set. We have a good list this morning, I believe, on our main list. Not huge list, but we have some good ones on here. Roku DKNG look very nice this morning. Um, all right, so our moderators lists are all ready and set to go. Let's go ahead and disable this video. And we're gonna resize this to show you guys what our moderators lineup looks like this morning. Over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up. Sitting at 122, we're very light for this Friday. We'd love to get to 250 if we can. We appreciate that very, very much. We appreciate the support. Moderators lineup coming up. We'll bring this right over here and let's take a look what we have going on for this Friday. Let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anyone. Nope. We are starting with no IPOs for today. Peter's reporting a couple of SPACs. Did you take the same letters and just kind of flip flopped them here? What's you took the W, flipped it upside down, you put the U's. I mean, what's going on here? Yes, the same one from yesterday that never opened. All right. Here's Mike. Roku, Nvidia, Amen, potential shorts, GM and Fubo. Dima is looking at Roku, DKG, INTC, and Apple. Megan looking at Cisco, Rdfn, and American Airlines. Jared is looking at a couple of ETFs there, Roku and RGV. Yes, very, very, very risky, guys. We can't say that enough. And BRCC because my mom said to look into it. It's a good thing to do. Tiffany here, watchlist is looking at Roku, Nvidia, secondary list INTC and DKNG, and then Peter, of course, AMD, Roku, DKNG, and his secondary list Nvidia, RDFN, and Dropbox this morning. So that is our moderators lineup for today, guys. And we looked at AMD. It's moving with the market. I have Nvidia and Apple, which are doing the same thing, and actually look a lot better today than AMD does. So if you have space on your list, you can add AMD. I'm not going to add on AMD.
You're gonna make Peter sad.
Yeah, but you know what? But, yeah, I am going to make him sad, but I know he's watching it and he'll call something out. Now, AMD's daily, though, does look rather interesting here on the daily. But again, they're just moving with the market right now. They're not doing their own thing at the moment. So, all right, guys, we are all set. We are done pretty early for this Friday. I think we have a decent list to end the week. Look at Roku, man. Look at Norm. You seeing this? Your trade there would have worked out nicely.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a nice drop on
We'll
Roku,
wait for
man.
the open.
Yeah,
I mean, there's good volume on Roku this morning. Man,
yeah,
remember we used to love to trade this stock when it was down in this price range.
all the time, man. All the time. Hopefully, we can get back to
Um,
that. You know, that'll be nice.
yeah, we'll see. We'll
That'll be
see.
nice.
But yeah, it's right now. I need more liquidity. At least if news breaks, there's enough liquidity in the market to keep it from just going to hell instantaneously.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Agree with that. Um, man, it's just running. Finding no love for Roku today. All right, guys,
Just a
we got
reminder,
a
guy, over on YouTube, hit that
yeah.
thumbs up. Really does help us.
Yeah, it does quite a bit, guys. Thank you so much for that. All right, we got some time here for questions. So if anybody has any questions, any ticker that we might look at, let's try to. If you do throw something out, it's got to look better than Roku. It's got to look better than DKNG. And which DKNG, by the way, this is a hit or miss. They can be very choppy. I like the drop this morning, 16%. But man, they can be so choppy. So my hopes are
Hmm.
not too high on this one. You got to be very careful. This is a great ticker, by the way, to wait 15, 30 minutes. It's great. Yes, we might be wrong. You might get a good move that first 5 minutes, but for the most part, it's just pure chop until it decides, okay, here's where we're gonna go. After they stopped everyone out, we're gonna go in this direction, and you can take advantage of that. But this is one that I won't be watching closely right out of the gates. I'm looking at Roku, Apple, and Nvidia, and some of the possible stuff here. So just keep that in mind. It's not an easy stock to trade. Um, all right, let's take a look at some questions here, guys. What do you guys have this morning? Can you elaborate on why you like Nvidia more than AMD, Carlos? Well, the first thing is it's not going to show you, it's not going to be on the charts. The first reason why I like Nvidia more than AMD is just based on how well it's been trading, based on what I've been seeing, right? So every day that we've been putting this watch list together, and I look at Nvidia after midday after we got the market open, Nvidia has traded very very well. Look at it yesterday. Look at the beautiful down run that it had towards the bottom. So just that overall is my first reasoning for liking Nvidia more. That's not going to be on any charts or any indicator. It's just they've been trading much much better as far as what I like to look for, right? So that right there is one, and the volume and everything pre-market looks very very good. So that's if you look at it in the AMD, they're not bad, but they're not great. I think Nvidia looks a little bit better, right? Looks a little bit cleaner, that's for sure, right? They had a great day yesterday. Well, not as far as movement, as far as us intraday trading. Maybe today they can continue on that, right? So that's my main reason. Again, you're not gonna find that anywhere, right, Norman? And you build that over time. Over time, after looking at stocks every single day, you build that. Here is Brian's list coming in: Roku, DKNG, RDFN, Facebook, and QNGY low flow stock. Be very careful. RDFN, yeah, RDFN, huge drop here. This we'll see. We'll see. I have a feeling it might be choppy, but we'll see how this thing plays out. We do have space. One, two, three, four, four. So we can possibly add RDFN to the top here. Moderate list is only for long. No, 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 no. Normancia, no.
No,
Only Eamon
he'll
does.
specify directions
Yeah,
on that. What he's
he
looking at.
his style of trading. He'll tell you, I like this for potential shorts based on some of the levels he wants this thing to break out of, or what he's seeing as far as the two extended reversals. He's great at reversals, by the way. So he looks at his criteria. He'll tell you what he likes for short and long. Then everyone else, for the most part, is looking at the ticker for either direction, unless they specify, "Hey, I'm looking for this to break out of this level. I like it more towards the long side." For like we did with space a couple of days ago, we knew we like space for the breakout here, and guess what? We got the breakout. We got the nice breakout there. Um, just because the way it was setting up. If it would have been if it would have started dropping here, we probably would have not been interested on it at all, or not as much. Better said. What is the best index to know the overall market trend? We look at two, Gustavo. We look at SPY and the
Overall
Qs.
market SPY.
Yeah, and
Qs
the Q
tend to
for
be
tech.
more tech growth related, but
Yeah, yeah,
it doesn't mean every single ticker in the Qs falls into that.
right. And it all depends what's happening too. If you want to look at finance, there's some ETFs for finance. There's an ETF that for every sector that you can think of. You
If you,
can Google that. You can Google that. They'll
yeah,
give
if
you
you
a
want to
list. Yeah.
just Google sector spider SPDR ETFs, and
And
it'll
that'll
give you a
give you.
list of
Yeah.
them.
Uh, in days like this, I think shorting is better than long. What do you guys think? Blue X. That is a question that's tough to answer. Because we trade long or short on days like these, right? We've seen days where the market gaps up huge, and the entire day after the bell is a short, right? And vice versa. And then we see when it gaps up and it keeps going. So anything can really happen. Um, but again, you got to know yourself, right? If you've done your journaling and you realize that when the market does this, I tend to do this, and this turns out well. If you keep a record of that, then do that, right? Do what keeps working over and over again. Do we like the bounce on RDFN? Let's see, RDFN. Uh, the bounce here.
There's a
I,
bounce.
I, I, I was gonna say I don't see
There's
this
not
as
enough
a.
volume. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly right,
there's just
right.
straight up not enough volume going on right now in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It needs better. If the order, I wouldn't even consider. It's on my list just in case, but
Mm-hmm.
unless that gets better order flow, better volume once we open, won't be something I even consider.
Right, right. We need more than this for this stock, and the way it has dropped right now.
Oh, do we look for a bounce now? I'll see what the price action tells me when the market opens. Spread's nasty on that too, man.
Yeah,
It's like
it's not
20
it's not
cents on
looking
a
good.
$20
Yeah,
stock. That's pretty rough.
this is why I have it as a possible because it's not looking good right now. It needs to get better, and part of that is like you said, you need the order flow to come in. That's going to happen at the market open. We'll have to see how that actually is going to trade though.
Faux
If you
show.
don't, yeah, yeah. Um, Facebook, what is Facebook doing? All right, coming up on 9:15, guys. We're getting ready to wrap this up. Um, have an amazing weekend over on YouTube. Norman and I are going to go to the chat here. Brian and Andrew are up next with their live trading. After that, we do have Megan coming in with her live trading as well around, oh, I think it's 10:30 or so. So stick around for
Whenever
that.
Andrew hops off.
Oh, when Andrew hops off. Yep. Guys, have an amazing weekend. It is Friday. Remember, be disciplined. Don't go crazy out there. Don't try to be a hero. Fridays are every day is important in the market, but Fridays are uniquely special. You want to be disciplined on Friday, man. You want to go into your weekend knowing that you traded well, you follow your rules, and that you can enjoy being in the moment with your family and friends and not think about the stupidity you might have done today. So let's avoid that at all costs. Okay.
Especially over a 3-day weekend. You don't want
Oh,
to
3 day
increase
weekend. Oh,
your
yeah,
self-flagellation by
absolutely. 3 day weekend, guys. Thanks.
50%.
We are off on Monday. Onboarding class will be Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So join us for that as well. Take care,
Yep.
guys. Have an amazing weekend.
Take care, guys. Trade safe.